Welcome! Let's talk about black stages again. This is a black stage. I did it with Immo Karaman, the director of this piece. It's called Emily, and we're playing it in Mainz. And you might be wondering why this is a black stage. Well, the whole room, the space is it has these walls. And we wanted to kind of blend in at the same time presenting people with that exhibition space, like an installation, for 4 women living in those rooms. So why is the projection so bright? You ask. Well, it's very simple. We're using a special pigment. So there's a special coating on these dark black walls, and we applied it using normal technology, like paint workshop technology from a theater. Nothing so fancy, but the pigment is something special. Well, enjoy. I'm gonna explain how we built this stage. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Mainz, where we're trying something that you already know from me. We're projecting on black. And now you ask yourself, why the hell would I project on black? Well, there is one major point in projecting in darker colors, and that's contrast. Even stray light from a lamp like this one, so we built in some beauty lights into our stage as desks with lights on it. Even those lights won't light up the surface too much. So you paint it almost black, like darkish gray. You add those little particles, and then, so as you can see, those surfaces already swallow a lot of light, and what we want is to be able to have complete blackness on stage with projections appearing brightly. So we need something on top of that finish to make it a little more projectable. The obvious problem when applying something on a gesprenkelte basis, meaning little drops on a big surface, is that those drops are visible, especially if the material just dries off as a different color, as we have here. So these are the pigment drops, and of course they have a different color. So the idea is to make an even coating now. Let me show you the first sample we did. So that's what we're going for, a kind of even spreading. The thing is, all that is no problem if you have a brush and a small area to coat. Well, we kind of have a bigger area to coat, so maybe we should spray it. So we'll try. I say, Kerstin. She's doing it. She's a professional lac coater, so she knows what to do. And I will just stand back and let her do her job. So if this is the wood of our structure, and that is the black paint on it, light that will come in as a projection will just be distributed a little bit and then not be visible to the audience. That's why we're actually applying a different second layer of transparent lac containing those little particles. In this case, it's a mineral covered with vaporized silver that will reflect the light of the projection far better into the audience, thus making the projection really visible. While those are very few particles, we will still mostly see the paint, that black paint on our wood. This is what they call einsumpfen. You just dissolve, which is not possible, you can't dissolve it, but you just saturate the grains with water. And then you add it to some transparent binder with a lot of water in it, so we get a very thin solution of particles in a lot of transparent paint. Also, you might notice that she's not spraying in those slopes that you usually do, but in a more random pattern to avoid those stripes that you can easily see on a surface of that size. So if you want to obtain some of that pigment, send me a DM. Or just join the Patreon that I'm going to open very soon, where I'm going to tell you those secrets, because I think, yeah, well, publishing all the secrets on YouTube is a nice way of sharing knowledge, but some of the secrets I'd like to keep for myself. I'm sorry.